Hi out there in S&G land, and welcome to this week's update. Today is Monday, August 20th, and boy are we on a roll. Had some really good business the last few days. I heard all the stores had really good walk-in traffic over the weekend, and we have a ton of estimates going. So we're expecting a huge close like we normally do over this last 9 or 10 day period, and we know we're going to just have a fabulous month. So keep working hard, keep working to close those orders, and we're going to make it happen. So looking ahead, actually in review, if you will, of a few different things, I've got like 5 or 6 notes here to go over. First one is that the old question of what do we sell? We have a lot of new salespeople with us, and what we sell is service. People can buy floor covering anywhere. They can buy it stinking at Walmart, they can buy it at Costco, Sam's Club, on the internet. There's always going to be somebody with a lower and cheaper price. That's just a given. But what makes S&G special is the service. Not only will the customer comes in the first time through the door, but the whole installation process, after the installation, if they have a problem later on, years down the line, that's what S&G is all about. Service, service, service. Now that brings me to my next question is, what is the single most important thing to S&G? I'll give you a minute to think about it here. And it's almost a trick question. The single most important thing to S&G are sales. Because if we don't have sales, we can't show how great our service is. Okay? So it is not only enough that you give great customer service and you help the customer, you find the perfect product, but if you don't get the sale, it's all for naught. Does that kind of make sense, hopefully? It's great to be warm, romancing the customer, going the extra mile and giving them all the great service. That's kind of what we're selling. But at the end of the day, you got to get the sale. Okay, so just reiterating, what do we sell? We're selling service because they can buy floor covering any place. But what's the most important thing? Sales. So we never want to lose a sale. We always want to have the absolute best service, and that goes from ordering products to, the installation on the proper date, fulfilling all the customers' wants, needs, dreams, and just making them totally happy. Okay? So, again, just to reiterate, we're selling service, and the single most important thing to S&G are sales. Okay? So, put that in the back of your head in case I happen to come around and ask you and say, hey, Tammy in Rockland, what's the single most important thing to S&G? She would say, sales. So, anyways, there you go. The other thing I wanted to touch base on is the new carpet rollout. I'm here in Rockland today. We just started putting up the new carpet product, so a lot of new products going up on the floor. It's the new labels, which means new warranties, so you're going to have to get familiar with that. As well as we have new carpet stock that'll be coming out and going up this week. So lots of changes in the carpet section. Take a look around, get familiar. A lot of your old favorites will no longer be on the floor. So products like Lugano that have been out there for some 15 years are finally gone. I mean, unfortunately are gone, or finally gone, as I was going to say. But lots of new stuff, lots of exciting colors. As a reminder, we talked about this starting a few months ago. A customer can only take home 3 samples at a time for 2 days. As we roll out the new carpets, you're going to see the racks look absolutely beautiful. They're colorized, but we don't have any backup samples. So if we lose those ones on the floor, your racks are going to be empty. If you have empty racks, you don't have anything to sell. So we got to do a really good job of getting those samples back. We want to limit the customers to how many they can take home. And in all actuality, the more samples the customer takes home, the more confused they are. It's your job as a salesperson, where you're giving them that great service, asking all those qualifying questions, to narrow down their selection. There's no reason a customer should be taking home 5, 6, 7, 10 different carpet samples. If you've done your job, it should be narrowed down to 3 different products or 3 different colors, and that's it. Okay, so new carpet samples coming out. Only check out 3 samples at a time. Need them back in 2 days. Okay, what else we got going? Pet peeve of mine, Scheduling jobs before the material comes in. Boy, I'm in Rancho a lot, and I can't tell you, it seems like they're obsessed with making problems for the customer, for the installer, for themselves. I can't tell you how many times a day that we have the job scheduled and maybe the laminate showed up but we don't have moldings. Or maybe the carpet's maybe going to show up tomorrow, the day of installation. Why are we doing that? Are you afraid that we're not going to have room on the schedule to install it when it comes in, or when the material comes in? And I think that's a lot of it. And we're kind of creating our own problem, meaning that you're afraid that the material's not going to, or we're not going to have installation available on the day the material shows up. So you're putting the installer's, the customer's name on the schedule, and basically we're clogging up the schedule with customers' names, and then the material doesn't show up, and then we have an installer sitting around with nothing to do. Okay? What I prefer for you to say when the customer says, I want to get on the schedule, you know, I need to have this installation date, I won't buy unless you put me on the schedule. We're the professionals. It's up to us to say, hey, here at S&G, we don't want to disappoint you. What we do is we call you the day the material shows up. We can usually install it the next day or a couple days after. We have a whole herd of great installers, and instead of promising installation date and then something happens, the truck breaks down, it doesn't get delivered, you're upset, you've moved your furniture, the installer's upset because he misses a day's worth of work, I'm upset because I got to call you and beg for forgiveness. We just don't do that. That's not the S&G policy. Again, we're selling service, and the proper service would be to say, hey, you've waited 15 years to buy your carpeting. Let's wait an extra 2 days to make sure that it shows up on time. As soon as it shows up, I'll call you. We'll get you on the schedule. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to be happier. I'm going to be happier. Nobody's going to be stressed. We're not going to be under that, you know, that deadline to hope that everything goes absolutely perfect to get it installed on that promised date. So hopefully that makes sense. I know there's going to be times when we have to install it on a certain day, and I accept that. However, it seems like in Rancho or the stores up north, that has become the rule, that every customer wants to have a specific installation date, and I simply know that's not true. That's just the salespeople kind of taking the easier way out. So stand on your 2 feet, be bold, be proud to say, hey, we don't play that game. You know, we hate to put the responsibility or your happiness based on a trucking company. Let's wait till it gets here, then we'll call you and we'll get it installed. Okay? I think most people would be understanding of that and happier with that than calling the day before and saying, oh, sorry, it didn't show up. Okay? Last thing I wanted to go over was the new video I put under the product knowledge about the new hardwood series called the CB300 series, and check that out. Hopefully it's up in your stores. There's some really good values and some unique products in there. So when you get done watching this one, take a look over there. So hey guys, thanks for the hard work. Let's make August a big bang, big end, and keep those big commission checks coming out. I know we've been installing a lot. I've seen the commission checks, and there's been some real nice ones coming out over the last couple pay periods. So thanks for the hard work, and keep going strong, and yay S&G, yay Team S&G. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.